So they say, Assalamu alaikum. Last night's Q&A was very informative and educational. Shukran. From last week's discussion on concentration in Salah, I always think of Mufti Sab's tips on concentration in Salah. Alhamdulillah, it is really helping. Although lots of thoughts still come in the mind while performing Salah, Allah Almighty accept one's efforts in this regard. So, Jazakallah for that, Mufti Sab.
Let me add one more point here in terms of tips of concentration.
Sure.
So, there is the book that is The Power of Now, and in this book they talk about how to gain control of your thoughts. The first thing is that we as humans, we get caught between two things. One is anxiety about the future, regret about the past, and those things are not helpful for us. What is helpful is to live every moment in the present, and when you live every moment in the present, then you are saved from worry and you're saved from anxiety. So to live every moment present. And our life is a series of present moments. What you're enjoying now is your present moment. You are listening to the program. I'm speaking to you on the airwaves. This is the present moment, and this is what we are. In a few moments, what I said now would be part of the past. What I'm going to say is going to be in the future. So we need to just continuously focus on the present that we are in terms of what we are doing. And for that, in terms of Salah, you are to be present in every moment of the Salah. So sometimes we go into the autopilot. We go into a mode where we just continue with our chores. We go through the routine of things. And this system Allah has made within us, we've spoken about it in the past, the basal ganglia, which is the top end of the spinal cord, which is the part that controls the routines of human beings. And this is to make life easier for us, so that every time you drive a car, the first time you're driving a car, you first come up to the car, open the door, click the button, then you sit down, adjust the seat, put your safety belt on, all of this with heightened attention, looking in the rearview mirror, judging the distance to the road, looking in the pavement, then slowly putting the car in gear and, taking another check, judging how far you're from the hedges on the side of the driveway. Then while, children are perhaps jumping around in the car, and you're telling them, be quiet, I'm concentrating, can't you see I'm driving? That's what you do initially. And then later on, you get in the car and you pull out of the driveway and you're on the road, and you didn't even realize that all 20 things that you did the first time with concentration, you're able to do it without much thinking. How is it possible? It's because of this mechanism that we have, the basal ganglia, part of the brain, which controls the automotive processes, which are the automatic processes. So what happens is when you do something repeatedly, that part of the brain takes over and you don't have to think much. Now the problem with that is that we perform Salah all the time, daily. And what happens is the basal ganglia takes over, we just go through with the routine. So how do we break that? In every moment, if you just stop and you ask, what am I going to think about next? What am I thinking about now, and what will be my next thought? The moment you think about that what will be my next thought? What happens? It is referred to as the quantum Zeno effect, where immediately it almost brings your brain to a halt, and you brought into the present moment, and like that you then start becoming aware of your surroundings. So that is, a personal tip on how to gain concentration in Salah.